Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Milo Miles, and this is my short video on the past few weeks worth of projects and a few things I learned from them. Um, I had a great time, and I hope you all did too. I hope this helps someone, maybe. Um, this is very simple in my first scene from week one, and it was just a timed event, which I was really excited to get working properly. And you control the axe while it's spinning to chop down the trees across the level. And then my second scene, I was able to make a little more visually nice, um, and it's more work to get all the trees chopped down. So now in my breakout, which I had to create this time, I just wanted to point out the biggest thing I learned from this is just how much time and effort it really takes to get something to work properly. Everything has to be labeled properly. You can't have duplicates of numbers on different events because it may cause a complete crash on both events. And then you have to have collision and destruction for each of the blocks on the ball, and then each block has to interact with creating score and things like that. So now on my final project, I was able to combine stuff from week one and week two, so I was able to have a timed event that creates like a pickaxing sort of a thing, so the guy digs through the walls and works his ways to the exit each level. My second scene in this one is same basic stuff, just more complicated, so it starts giving the player more difficult requirements. And then my third scene, you can see it get much more complicated, but I learned it's just like breakout. Every time you add things to it, it increases the difficulty of making sure it's all functioning properly. I spent a lot of time trying to get a score function to work on this one properly, and it was being very difficult. I don't know why I couldn't get a score function to work properly each level, even just to count the wall pieces as they were being destructed. Um, but it worked out in the end without it. It's just something I think, from a suggestion of someone, to develop this a little further and see what can be done with it. I'm sure that I'll be able to add a score function later on, but I was happy to get the destruction and the timed event to be working properly in each of the scenes instead of having it as function. So anyway, I learned a lot this course and I really enjoyed it. Thank you all, and I hope you enjoyed it too. Bye bye.